Yeah, so I want to talk about this Lavar Ball situation with Kristine Leahy, who is a I don't know, like a reporter that's on the Colin Cowherd show, known as The Herd, that comes on Fox Sports 1 every day from about 12 o'clock Eastern to about 3 o'clock Eastern, I believe. So Lavar Ball, he was doing an interview with Colin Cowherd, and they were talking about basketball and the NBA draft and where his son may potentially get drafted. And they went back to the LeVar Ball, not his shoes, but basically his son's shoes, which are called the Zo 2s. And so Colin Cowherd asked him, well, how many shoes have you sold? Or no, Colin Cowherd asked him, have you sold many shoes? And LeVar Ball said, well, yeah, I have. And then the girl, Kristine Leahy, interjects and says, well, how many? And then it was at this moment where the conversation kind of got heated in the studio. So LeVar Ball told her to basically stay in her lane. And the reason why he told her this is because a few weeks ago, when they unveiled the shoe for $495, which everybody's pretty much calling $500, and the shoe, and then obviously their clothing line, or basically their line of clothing called the Big Baller Brand, Kristine Leahy, on the show that comes on later in the day on Fox called Speak for Yourself, she had basically said that, you know, she wouldn't wear something that says Big Baller Brand on it, and basically she thinks it's basically a bad idea to sell shoes for $500. And Jason Whitlock basically said the same thing. And so Jason Whitlock basically said the same thing. And that's pretty much all she said was that, you know, she wouldn't wear, you know, clothes for that much. And then on another segment, she said that Lonzo Ball, you know, it seemed like he was afraid to maybe have an opinion other than his father's opinion. And that was just her take. Once again, that was just her opinion. That was just kind of what she felt, you know, with all of them being in the studio. And so, of course, you know, you're going to have a lot of black folks who basically, you're going to have a lot of black people who basically try to twist up the truth. So I'm watching 78's video, and 78's like on LeVar Ball's side. That's fine. That's his opinion. And I make a comment that basically challenges 78's opinion. And some random dude out of nowhere came up and was like, well, no, the reason why LeVar Ball came at this girl is because she said that her and Jason Whitlock basically said he physically abuses his children. And there's no video of that anywhere on the internet where her or Jason Whitlock is saying we think he physically abuses his children. If they had said that, then yeah, he has the complete right to go at her and Jason Whitlock any way that he feels possible. But they in no way said that, and they in no way said that he was a bad father. They just said that they felt like his approach, you know, trying to live through his son, they didn't think it was good, but they did not say he was a bad father. I mean, there's a lot of things to like about LeVar Ball. I mean, he's, you know, you'd rather have a father like him that's, you know, that's in his kid's life rather than a father that's not in his kid's life, which a lot of black families have. You know, a lot of black boys and black men growing up, they didn't have the father in their life. So if they had the choice of not having the father or having an outspoken father like LeVar Ball, they would, of course, take the outspoken father who is there for his kids. So you have to give him that. But basically this take from a lot of black people that I've seen on YouTube, you know, just that little take right there. I mean, it's all right to have LeVar Ball's back in a lot of things, but he's completely wrong here. He acted completely unprofessional on Colin Cowherd's show, all because the lady had an opinion. All because Jason Whitlock has an opinion about the Big Baller Brand. He wanted to act unprofessional. And he basically just showed you in the first chance that he had, he showed you that he is not ready for the spotlight. if he's going to stand up and get in this big time spotlight like this and try to have this opinion and try to be in this big spotlight, he has to be ready to take the critics that come with it. He has to be ready to take people's opinion that basically challenge his own position. He's going to be out here talking big stuff, talking noise, boasting about how good his sons are going to be, how great this big baller brand is going to be before it has taken off. He has to be ready to basically be able to take the criticism and just let it roll off the back. That's just what people are going to do. People are going to have their own opinion. Not everybody likes Steph Curry's shoes, but Steph Curry didn't make a video or make a comment of the people who did not like his shoes. Because Steph Curry is a professional. He knows what comes with it. And LaVar Ball wants to be in the spotlight. He wants to be in this professional spotlight. But basically, when people criticize him and people disagree with his opinion, he can't take the criticism. LeBron James gets criticized all the time. And LeBron James doesn't spend time worrying about the people who are criticizing him. And another thing, just because the Kristine LEAHY girl said that she wouldn't wear his stuff does not make her a hater. There's brands, there's brands and things, and there's things out there that each one of you guys, there's things out there you guys don't like. Just because you don't like it doesn't make you a hater. You just don't like it. If there's a movie that you don't like, are you hating on the director who made the movie? If there's a brand of clothing you don't like or some shoes you don't like that you said, hey, I'm not going to buy, doesn't mean you're hating on Lonzo Ball or it doesn't mean you're hating on the person that bought the shoes or that made the shoes. You're just saying, I don't like it. It's not my style. I'll pass on it. Let the person who will buy it, but you're not hating on it. So let's just get that out of our system. And, a lot of these people taking LaVar Ball's side, this is the reason why a lot of black people are going to stay right in the position that they're in, because you side with the people that's unprofessional. You don't have all the facts. You basically take the hearsay argument when you don't know jack squat about anything. And you basically take the hearsay argument and basically run with it, and then you hear what LaVar Ball had to say and say, oh, he was definitely in the right. When they didn't say anything about him being a bad father, they didn't do anything. Now it probably wasn't right for her to come in at the end and say, are you threatening me? Because I didn't take anything he said as a threat. But it wasn't right for him to act unprofessional just because they don't agree with him. I mean, not everybody's going to agree with him. To basically crack on Jason Whitlock about his weight and the snacks that, that he probably likes to eat, because the guy disagrees with him. And LaVar Ball was completely wrong. LaVar Ball was completely wrong here because somebody disagreed with him. So, like I said, LaVar Ball basically failed the test of, wanting to be in this spotlight. He failed the first test. Because he's clearly showing you that he's not ready for the big spotlight. If he can't take criticism this early in the game, imagine what it's going to be like when if his son gets bigger and things do blow up even more than what they are now. If he can't take a little criticism now, is he going to be able to take it then? So LaVar Ball was wrong, and all you people that are siding with him, I mean, like I said, you probably in a bad situation yourself. And, and this is why you're never going to get out of that, because you basically side with the wrong things rather than looking at things for the way that they are. I'm out.